My eldest grandson and I played over the weekend, and we put a big paper on the wall and we painted. We did some abstract designs and some portrait designs, and then we cut the papers up. And what we've got here is just some amazing reference material that we played with and I'll continue to play with. The shapes are just so organic and fun. You get these spontaneous, this looks like a house there for me, and an old barn building. That's kind of my Rorschach on that. I kind of like that there. But I'll get a lot of inspiration from this. That almost looks like a finished painting to me too. Just having so much fun finding the space of the work now, and this could be a reference to mountains or even just back buildings and a landscape. Everything I do seems landscapey. I can find the landscape anywhere. It's just so much of what I love. There's a tree actually right there. So over here I took a big piece of what I really liked and I put it up for him and I to take a look at it together. So I could show him the sense of space and balance between action of the work, action of the canvas or the paper in this regard, and then the peaceful place where your eye can rest. You've got some bold color components, some great value shifts from the deep black to the grays and the gray on white. And this is actually a paper that we've glued on the paper to just show the possibilities of shapes and what the gold does, what the orange does to the blacks and the pinks is just so fun. I can take a lot of inspiration from this as I move into my next work. A lot of times I've got a canvas that wasn't performing to my liking, so I'll come back and I'll do a gesso over it, and I kind of leave some of the underlying history marks because I like seeing what they're going to do next for me. They kind of give me some fun things to do next. You can take your ideas on a piece of paper on there and just kind of play with the shapes and think, well, what does that feel like? How does that balance with the later opaqueness? So much inspiration from such simple and beautiful things. This was a board out in my yard, and it was leaned up against the wall. I think it goes this way. And it's a 48 by 60, it's huge. Look at these beautiful residual marks from just being in the yard. I love it. I get so much inspiration from that. Look at this beautiful shape. I love using pink. It's so exciting for me. It's open, it's clear, it's happy. I love being able to show happy pieces of color in my work. It's still apparent in my work. This is from '82.
Well, it's just fantastic.
It's like what I've been doing all along.
Yeah. This is true to your spirit.
I know, I love that. I love it. There it is, I found it. The Hudson River is a continual influence for me. I absolutely love, love, love that part of the country. I keep references up here where I work and refer to them for atmosphere, for composition, for components of just color. It's just wonderful. I've taken pictures of the Hudson Valley, the Hudson River, looking east towards Connecticut for many years. And my daughter was so sweet to enlarge these for me, and we made them in black and whites, and I added some colors and did them in Photoshop so I could extrapolate some different color pieces of them as my abstract nature dictates. Lots and lots of fun. Get a lot of wonderful shapes from the beautiful Hudson River Valley. This one's local. This one's a Mead farm, but I love the perspective, the atmosphere. This is from Italy. This is a piece of board while we were standing waiting for time to go into a restaurant. It was just there, and I just, absolutely love these shapes and the dark piece and the really light piece. I get a lot of inspiration from that as well.